Good day, everybody. Welcome to the 19th of September, 2025. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you're watching this. I did want to start today's show with the current active inventory. 735 total active units on the market for sale. This is going to run the realm of single-family residences, condominiums, townhomes, all through those three different residential type categories. These are properties that are actually listed for sale right now. They are properties that you can gain access to. All you have to do is go to Santa Clarita openhouses.com. It's a local venue, local website. It is mine. It's not going to ask you for any personal information in order to search for every single active listing on the market. You can look at everything on there. You can also look and track sold properties, which is important if you're thinking or considering making an offer. You can pull the same exact neighborhood. You can look at the residential listings as far as how they pertain to the subject property or the property that you're considering making an offer on. Also, for your sellers out there, that's important information because now you can create your own CMA. Of course, a real estate professional will do it as well, but you can then verify that what they're telling you is actually accurate by looking at the recorded sold data. And the best way to do that, according to the appraisal standard, as I've learned since starting in real estate in 1998, is to look at properties that are in close proximity to the subject property. If you can find properties, at least 3 to 4 that match, that are built by the same builder, and that closed within the last several months. I wouldn't go over 6 months. In fact, I would try to stay as far away from 6 months in closings as I possibly could, because your property, in order to have access to that particular appraisal, your property is going to have to, of course, get before that 6-month expiration date on whichever property you happen to be looking at. So if you're going to put your property on the market and get it into escrow, you don't want to use properties that might have 4.5, 5 months, because it's going to already expire and you're not going to see that new comp, especially if it gives that extra value to your property. Your professional should be able to explain that to you and walk you through that process. Also, I don't know why more buyers aren't being instructed to do this. You need to go double check your neighbors. You need to door knock the neighbors' houses right when you get into escrow. Before you spend money on home inspection, before you spend the money on the appraisal, you got to go bang on those doors next door. Even new housing, if you're buying something at new housing, at least walk that neighborhood. You might run into other people that are buying these residences. You might be able to, from the new housing tract, and I've done this when I've represented people at new housing, find out who those neighbors are. Maybe there's some kind of a meeting or some kind of a little fun time that you can get together with the other people living in the neighborhood. And a lot of new housing has this, so you can meet the neighbors and see if you want to live next to these people. But it's super important. I'm Connor with Honor. I will be 10-8 until the next one. We'll see you then. Take care, everybody. Thanks for watching.